a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República.
Hey everybody, welcome to La Cocina de Tavo. Today I'm making a traditional Mexican dish. This is called sopes. I'm going to stuff it with some chorizo and potatoes. It's going to be really delicious. You're going to love it. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment below.
Dominicana, la casa del merengue, la casa de la bachata. La 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 la. La casa del merengue. La 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 la. Y la casa de la bachata.
Okay, here are the ingredients for the sopes. I'm going to use 2 cups of corn flour. This brand here is called Maseca, and it's made for tamales, but they also sell it just regular Maseca, this corn flour. So yeah, we're going to use 2 cups of that. Also a cup of flour, just all-purpose flour. We're going to use a pinch of salt, a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and we're going to use a cup. We're going to start off with a cup of hot water. Okay. Okay, for the potatoes and chorizo, here is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use 3 large russet potatoes. We're going to use half of this onion, pinch of salt, some black pepper, and I have here beef chorizo. This is Cacique brand. It's about 9 ounces. I decided to use beef chorizo instead of pork. You can use whatever kind of chorizo you have in hand. And this has salt in it. That's why we're going to use a pinch of salt. Okay, that's what you'll need. Okay, we're going to start off with the masa here. So I have the 2 cups of the corn flour, also 1/4 cup of just all-purpose flour, and we're gonna put the ingredients in and mix it really good. I usually eyeball this. I never really measure it, but in this case I'm gonna measure, so I'm gonna show you how it's supposed to come out. So you're gonna mix all these ingredients really good, and starting off here, I'm going to feel how the masa feels on my hand. If it's really sticky, then I put too much water, and that's the case here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of more of the corn flour, and then it should be done. This is the consistency that you want. So I went a little bit too much on the water, so I just added, like I said, a 1/4 cup more of just corn flour, and this is what exactly the consistency you want. And I'm going to show you in a bit how it's supposed to feel on your hands, so it's not sticky. It's coming off your hands really good, and you're able to form like a little tortilla or whatever you want here, and it doesn't stick to your hands. So this is exactly what you want. And excuse my weird looking thumbs, my wife always makes fun of me because they bend so much. So we're going to cover this, let this rest, just put a towel or some wrapper on top of this so the air doesn't hit it. Okay, we're gonna start cutting up the potatoes here. So just do it this way. This is the way I do it, and you're just gonna cut it alongside here and just cut them up in little cubes. So go ahead and cut up all your potatoes. So go ahead and cut them up really good, and then also cut up that half onion. Okay, once you're done cleaning up the potatoes, we're going to start rendering the chorizo here. So we're going to empty this whole thing of 9 ounces of chorizo, and you're just going to render it, let it melt, put it on really low heat. That way the chorizo doesn't burn. Okay, so the chorizo is rendered and it's cooked. So I'm going to add the potatoes in and the onions as well. We're going to add just a pinch of salt, like I said, in the ingredients, and then also a little bit of black pepper. I'm going to stir this up really good. You're going to cook this on really low heat for about 15 minutes and stir occasionally, like every probably 3 to 5 minutes. That way it doesn't stick to the bottom. And just go ahead and cover this, and again, low heat. Okay, so while that's cooking, I'm going to start melting some vegetable shortening here. You can use oil, anything you want to fry in. Just go ahead and use that. So now I'm going to start making the sopes. And this masa here, you can actually use for just corn tortillas. You can also use it for pupusas, gorditas, anything you want to make with corn flour here, the corn dough. So I'm going to roll them in a ball, put them in this plastic bag here that I cut on the sides, and I'm going to press it down with a plate. I don't have a tortilla presser, so this is what I'm going to use. This is the way my mom taught me. So this is the shape you want, the size, the thickness, as you can see there. So go ahead and do that to all the just make little balls, and it yielded about eight sopes. So go ahead and just roll them into balls and press them down with the plate. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes now. I was stirring occasionally, like you want to do, just so it doesn't stick at the bottom. And this is what you're looking for. It's nice, fluffy. You don't want it too much because it'll be mashed potatoes, but this is what you want. You want a little bit of texture to it. Okay, so go ahead and we're gonna put this aside, let it cool down. We're making the sopes. Okay, so this is my setup here. So I have on low heat the vegetable shortening on the left, and I have it on low heat as well, the comal. So you can use a pan if you want, anything you have in hand, just put it on low heat, let it come up to temperature for about 10 minutes, and you can start putting them in there. So you want to let it cook about maybe 2 minutes per side, maybe a little bit less. It cook pretty fast. We're not going to cook this all the way yet. You want it a little bit gummy in the middle, because I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. So you want to once you're done here, just put them on the side like on a towel, and you want to pinch them. That's what's going to create the sopes. So pretty much what it is it's just like a little bowl, so you can put all your fillings inside of it. So just go ahead and pinch it. It might be a little hot. You can wait a little bit, probably like a minute before you start doing this, but I have like really thick hands, so hands of steel, so I'm able to do this. But yeah, just create little bowls here, and this is, like I said, yielded about 8. Okay, we're going to test the shortening here, and it's ready. As you can see, just put a little bit in there and it started frying up. So these fry up really fast, probably about a minute, maybe even less. So you just want to keep an eye on them. You want it to be a little bit golden brown. This first batch is always going to be darker than the others, just because the temperature is a little hotter. So just go ahead and put them in there, fry them up, probably like I said, a minute to a half, and just flip them occasionally. And then what I'm going to do is just put them on a plate with paper towels, that way the excess oil just drains off. Okay, I'm just going to make a really quick tomato salsa. So I'm going to use a little bit of cilantro. We're going to use 4 tomatoes. We're going to use a quarter of the onion. I have here about 4 garlic cloves. We're going to use a pinch of salt and a jalapeno. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put them on a comal here, or a pan you can use, and just on really high heat, just want to char them. So char them probably about 4 or 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more. You want them a little bit dark. I'm not going to take the skin off of the tomatoes. I like them a little bit charred taste, but you can go ahead and do that. Just let them cool down. And this salsa you can use for like taquitos, like if you roll up corn tortillas, stuff them with whatever you want, and then fry them. That's called taquitos. You can put this salsa on top of that as well, or just anything you want. So just go ahead and char them up really good, and we're going to put them in the blender here. So put all the ingredients in, and again you want to put a pinch of salt, put your garlic cloves in, and just go ahead and blend this up really good. I didn't show me blending the cilantro, but just don't forget to do that. I don't want to add any water to this because I don't want this runny. I want a little bit of texture to this. Okay, so go ahead and blend it up really good. And this is what it should look like. Not really runny, but a little bit of texture to it. It just came out really good. You're gonna love it. It's not too spicy and it has tons of flavor in it. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble here the sopes. So just add the potatoes with the chorizo in there, and oh my god, this came out so delicious. So it's a little bit crunchy and then fluffy in the middle. Oh my god, it's so delicious. So I'm gonna add some lettuce here, some queso fresco, some crema, and don't forget the salsa. And yeah, don't forget to like this video, comment below, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.
Dominicana, la casa del merengue, la casa de la bachata.